I am very excited for our next conversation. BET's very first and highly anticipated original daily drama series is here. Isono, meaning the sin, is a gripping tale of a heroic son, that's Gabriel Ndlovu, played by Bohang Moeko. And he's born into what's been described as a dysfunctional family and has to search within himself for the strength to stand up to the powerful, evil monarch of the family. Now, she's Ndlovu, and that's played by Nthati Moshesh, who stops at nothing, we're told, to serve her needs. So before we get into how this came about and what to expect, here's a quick teaser of that production.
Mona phosphorus ke letsatsi la mahlomola Lala setjhaba sa phosphorus re ke bueng nnete.
It's all in there. Ke someone. You can't tell anyone about this.
Ke a tseba ka mahemhem fela modimo ha batle maikutlo a lona seo a le kopang sona ke ho bontsha lerato le boitshwarolano.
Mama,
Get rid of him
and shut up about this.
o batla hore
You mean all the tactics go? Tuya!
Do you really think they will notice?
Notice what?
The blood on your hands.
I did what I had to do to protect my children.
To protect yourself, you mean? What happens when they find out the truth about you? How long can you keep running from what you've done? How long do you think you can hide? What?
I'm not hiding from anyone.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, the drama, the thrill, the suspense. As you can see, producer Lala, Tuku, and actress Nthati Moshesh are in studio with us this morning to help us understand a bit better. To the both of you, thanks very much for coming to the AM Report.
Thank you for inviting us.
So here we are, getting goosebumps as if you guys aren't part of this production. And I guess, that really just speaks to why this is an important sort of series to watch out for. Let me start with you, Lala. It's an unprecedented production, the first of its kind for BET Africa, but even just the making of the series is unique. Take us through that process.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. South Africa audiences are amongst one of the most passionate, very dedicated viewers to daily dramas and local content. So BET Africa and Clive Morris Productions are so proud to contribute to this narrative. Really how this idea came about, which was very important for us as a production company. Content is usually commissioned. Broadcasters will say, we're looking for this particular kind of narrative. What we did as a company is we wanted to start owning our own stories. So we gather and we, brainstorm certain things. And one of our creative producers one day came with a paragraph. And all of us were like, yes, right. This is it. It was the time for this kind of story to be born. And it was very exciting for us. And it came at a time where female strong stories were emerging. And so it just made so much sense. And for it to find a home with BET, a channel that celebrates and promotes black culture, black entertainment, for us it was like a match made in heaven. And even for broadcasters to be so open enough to co-own a production of this nature is really groundbreaking. So we're so excited to be here. It's taken a team and a half to get to where we are, but we are so excited. We have an amazing cast. I'm sure you're going to speak to Nthati. And really what we were looking for was that strong matriarch that would take this on. And there was nobody better for us.
Exactly
there was no one better for us. Award-winning actress, to play against the son that is just, women are so complex. You'll see our characters are so duplicitous in nature because as human beings, we're not just black and white. There's a gray area, and that's what we're talking to. So it's really exciting for us.
Absolutely. It's a no-brainer why Nthati had to be the leading lady. Considering your track record, I mean, let's speak to that idea, right? Owning our stories so that we're able to accurately reflect our complexities.
Yeah.
Something you strike so well.
Yeah.
Take us through the characterization needed for this particular character and how perhaps your experiences have helped you get here.
Mary comes from Vosloorus. She lives in Vosloorus. I grew up in Katlehong.
Right.
Ekurhuleni, one thing we have in common. And it wasn't an easy journey to get this role. I did about 4 screen tests.
Wow.
So I'm an actress who believes in auditioning. There's something about auditioning, because I often get asked, why do you still need to audition after 30 years? But auditions add another level to your acting. And also sometimes there's certain producers or directors you haven't worked with. Yes, I know your body of work, but can she pull this off? Because as Lala describes, Mary's duplicity is an understatement.
Right.
But it's not all black and white. I'm so excited. I feel like I've just been given, I turned 50 last year, and there aren't a lot of strong female roles like Mary Glover. So I feel like Lala and BET have given me the biggest 50th birthday present ever.
It's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
You speak about duplicity. We've seen that physically play out. I mean, one of the scenes there we had where, it appeared to be a sort of duplicate interaction between, I guess, different personas of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know, stylistically or physically, how you pull that off, right? Because it's obviously you trying to play these two characters, but filming-wise, how does that actually take place?
Oh, we're not going to give the secrets away.
You have to what?
You have to. No, we're not going to give any secrets away. But I worked with an amazing director who spoke at length with. So it's the two sides of Nthati, of Mary, and it's this side and that side. Not as easy to pull off, I'll be honest. And I'm glad I don't have a lot of those, because I think it would require. I would have sleepless nights trying to think. Am I the dark or the light? Am I the light? Oh, and then the lines are blurred. The lines are always blurred. So no one is pure evil. It said the evil matriarch. Is she really evil?
Yeah. And what got her there?
Yeah.
Is, I think, the important question.
Right.
Yeah.
And it does bring us back to this idea of telling stories with complexity, right? I think a big critique in the past has been having flat characters from people who don't really understand the plight of sometimes even the antagonists.
Yeah.
When you were thinking about putting together the cast, I mean, take us through what, I guess, considerations had to be made in order to, capture this critique, essentially, or to avoid this critique, to be more accurate.
Yeah. I think it's so important for, television serves, or film, art, any art form, serves an important role in society as a, reflection or pulse of identity. So what's very important is, how do we make sure we can represent, women, young people in the correct way, so they are layered. It's complex, as we're saying. So putting together a cast, I mean, we worked really hard, and she's not lying when we took her through a vigorous... At some point, she was like, what are you looking for?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
And for us, we had no doubt she could pull it off. Even with the entire cast, we had no doubt. But we knew we were looking for something edgy, so we're pushing the envelope. So even though she's got a huge body of work, but we're like, we need you to come new and fresh. So and BET have been so amazing, because we're like a huge family. So it's not even just producers and then the channel. All of us sat through tapes and tapes going, So even the cast that you see, and what was important for us is also to contribute to the changing industry. We looked at a lot of young actors who had never done anything before. We looked at theatre. So we really went far and wide in terms of representation, making sure that we get the right, actors to play the role. Even if it's your first time. But if you can just show that, there's a young actress that we looked at, and just her voice, she sold us on the voice. I mean, we don't want to give away too many secrets, but there's music, there's this. and the acting, so we had to do a lot of how do we work together to bring this thing to life.
You don't want to give away too many secrets, but I'm hoping you'll be able to tell us Isono Sagabani.
Isono sa wonke umuntu.
Wonke
umuntu nesono.
What are we hiding?
Yeah. We all have skeletons in our cupboards.
What are we all hiding?
And that's what, I guess, inspired the name Isono, which, if you don't know, directly translates to a sin.
A sin. And we did BT is amazing when it comes to research. We researched a lot of things, down to the opening title sequence that we're like, are we being too risky? Will people watch? So we take it to research. So we did a lot of, research, even the name. We toyed around with many names because this is going to be the first, daily drama that's going to be on an international platform. Lovely. So we had to just not serve locally, but have a very, global perspective around it.
I'm going to get in trouble because I'm out of time, but very quickly, the details, right? Isono, it's premiere date, channel that we can watch it on, and all those kind of things.
28th of September at 9:30 p.m.
on BET Africa, channel 129.
Oh.
Excellent stuff. And there you have it. Isono,
so
coming
excited.
to your screens. Thanks so much for coming through and helping us, understand and become inspired about looking forward to this particular production. Nthati Moshesh is one of the leading matriarchs of this production. And I've also got Lala Tuku, who's the executive producer. Once again, thanks very much for coming through.
Thank you.